Hey guys, Kpfw here for another tank review. This time I'm gonna do a tank review of the Kpfw 2 Luchs. This is a part of me and RBY's Back in Time special for our 1-year channel anniversary. I hope we get that started up next week. But anyways, yeah, so this is the Panzer II Luchs. If you haven't seen our co-op for that, basically our Back in Time thing is we're looking at old tanks and doing old tank battles, like battles on tanks that we haven't played in a long time. This tank actually, I have played fairly recently because I actually bought it back because, I don't know, it's just kind of a fun tank. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I've had it for a while. I put some camo on it, put a camo net on it, and it's just a fun little derpy tank I like. And yeah, this is in the line of the German light tanks. I have the Luchs Panzer Panther here, which is the Tier 7 light tank. Panzer II Luchs goes on to the Leopard at Tier 5, and you can get to the Luchs from the Panzer 1C and the Panzer 2G. Okay, let's go over its armament and all that kind of stuff. First of all, the Luchs has a few different guns it can choose from. One is, this is the one that I personally think is the best, is the 3cm MK103 magazine loading autoloader. So it has 10 shells in a magazine and 18 seconds for complete loading. The big thing about this gun is 95 penetration. That's quite a bit for a Tier 4 light tank. So yeah, that's pretty good. Aiming is kind of meh though. There's also this gun, which does give you a better rate of fire, better damage, but has a lot worse penetration, though you do get better aiming and stuff. But I honestly think that this is the best gun for it. You have 2 turrets. Yeah, this is pretty much a direct upgrade. 50mm in the front for armor. It's quite a bit, but the German light tanks are known for having pretty good armor in general for light tanks. 38 degrees per second for traverse speed, 360 meters for view range. Has a power to weight ratio of 27. That's pretty good. It's pretty speedy and maneuverable, and is a pretty good tank in my opinion. I don't think we really need to go into Tank Inspector and look at this tank because, well, the only reason I really go into Tank Inspector is to look at armor, and when you're looking at a light tank, usually you don't need to know anything about armor. If you're going up against the Luchs, you pretty much can penetrate it from anywhere in the front, though if you shoot at the turret, it does have a big gun mantlet, and it is 50mm. If you have bad penetration, then it can give you some trouble, but it honestly is not too big of a deal. And yeah, so why not take it for a spin? And I actually have I've got a few mods installed from this is a really good match, Tier 4, from I think it's called Slains. I don't know, it's like it comes with like XVM and some other mods you can install, yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Had a bit of an interruption. Anyways, yeah. So here we are in Sacred Valley. As you can hear, engine and track sounds and stuff. Kind of cool. Though it is very loud. Yeah, I have everything turned down pretty quiet, and it still is fairly loud. So yeah, you're probably not going to see a whole lot of good gameplay from me. I'm not super great in this tank. I'm not super great in a lot of low tier tanks. I'm not even that great in any tank, honestly. But, yeah, whatever. I'm hoping to be able to show you, this autoloader. Maybe, I don't know. I'm hoping to start doing tank reviews in a bit of a style of RBY, because I think that my tank reviews are kind of short and don't give you a whole lot of information on how the tank really performs in a combat situation. So here's an enemy Luchs here. We have a lot of light tanks up here, so he honestly shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm just hoping that the SPGs will leave me alone and that there isn't like the Hetzer or something watching. Hetzers are bad news. Bad news bears. T-28, okay, M3. Yeah, that's where, you know, some light tanks would have trouble penetrating an M3 Lee at this kind of tier, especially with, like, the M5 Stuart. I know, I played that tank. That tank is awful, in my opinion. If you like it, then, well, you're wrong. It's not good. Just kidding. But anyways, yeah, it has very good penetration, and it fires off its burst real quickly, so you can do some fast damage. And, you know, you can get off a good kill pretty fast. It's very effective during close combat, though you kind of need some teammates and or cover to really work with it well. Yeah, Valentines, they have pretty good armor, so they can be a bit of a pain in the butt to take down. I'm not really showing you a good example of the speed, but I don't really need to. Yeah, I don't really need to show you the speed because, well, I can actually use my armor here, and I can usually take down a good amount of these tanks pretty quickly, so it's not showing you one part of this tank, but I think that if you know how to use light tanks, or at least know how light tanks work, then you know that how to use speed and stuff. Let's go for this martyr. I actually didn't know this, but I guess that the T in Martyr 38T and the Panzer 38T actually stands for Czechoslovakian, which I actually was not aware of. So that's pretty cool. Going pretty crazy. That was pretty easy. As you can see, this thing is very good at late game when you're trying to hunt down tanks, primarily SPGs. This thing is an extremely good SPG hunter and tank destroyer hunter due to its speed, and if you can get around them, then it's pretty easy to take them out because even though you have to reload your clip, if you're behind them, they can't do anything against you. So, yeah. Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Whatever. So, yeah, let's head back into the garage, and, final words. Okay, so in that match, we got a Master Badge 2nd class, Fire for Effect, obviously, easy mode there. Master Gunner, once again, really easy. Sharpshooter, again, easy. Bruiser, and that's not too hard since, because of the immense amount of shells this thing can put out, yeah, you'll damage a lot of modules. So we got 3 kills, did 746 damage, and yeah, that was a pretty good result. So, anyways, this has been the Panzer Kpfw 2 Luchs, Tier 4 German light tank. I think it's pretty good. I definitely would recommend it. It's very fun, and I don't know, it just has something that makes it a good tank. And, yeah. So, that's the first tank review and battle of, other than the co-op of the week-long Back in Time for me and RBY's 1-year anniversary for our channels. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and leave a like, subscribe, all that. If you want to support me, I don't care if you do, whatever. Anyways, it's been Kpfw, signing out.